Welcome to the show. I am MMA insider and Herb Dean's dog sitter, Joey Venti, and you're listening to the MMA History Podcast, the only podcast dedicated 100% to the preservation of mixed martial arts history. Interviews and stories about the early days of MMA direct from the men who lived it. Hundreds of interviews, thousands of hours of research, all conducted by the most obsessed mind in the business, the MMA detective Mike Davis. Join us as we document the history of the sport we all love. Welcome back to the MMA History Podcast. I am Joey Venti. I'm here with the host of the show, Mike Davis. He is the MMA detective. I am Herb Dean's dog sitter, and we have a special episode today. Our guest today is a former UFC middleweight contender who fought 4 UFC champions and did the one thing nobody does. He ended his 15-fight UFC career with a TKO victory. He is El Conquistador, Jorge Rivera. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Jorge, you come by way of Mike Brown.
What up, Big Mike?
And I'm going to tell you something about Mike Brown. So if you watch our channel, which I don't think you do, we have some really kind of like tell-alls where people are like, wait, what? How did you know? Mike Brown refused to give up any information on you at all. Like zero. If the cops come to your door, you want Mike Brown to answer that.
That'd be great. What up, Big Mike? I haven't seen Mike in a little bit.
All right. So your career begins, like where I could find it is at the Dragon Slayer gym. Is that your first stop?
No, my career began with Jason Delucia. Jason Delucia was my first teacher.
Okay, and what was the name of his gym?
We didn't have a gym. We used to train in this place in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. The gentleman's name was Stan, and there was a Taekwondo academy on the 4th floor, right on Main Street.
Okay, so Jason Delucia, who is a 50 Fight Club member with 90% of his bouts coming by way of Japan.
Pancrase.
Like it's the most crazy career path ever for an American fighter. What was it like working out with him?
He was intense, very serious, focused. Training with Jason was not a joke.
Okay.
It was intense.
Real good leg lock game as well, before anybody had it.
Has a real good kicking game, decent hands, very good with leg locks. Got my knees torn out a couple times.
Oh, really? Was it he came from the Shamrock system. Was it like a Lion's Den type initiation? Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
How?
Just didn't want guys wasting his time, and I understood that. So did what he asked me to do, passed the test, started training with him.
Did he just kind of beat on you initially, like your first couple days?
No, I was learning, but it was rough. It was tough.
Did anybody of note also train with you at that time?
Matt Lee, Keith Rockel. There were guys in and out of there. Yuki Kondo was there.
Okay.
Some guys from Japan down. There was some good guys there.
Okay. Was Mike Brown in that room too?
No, I met Mike in Clinton at the Massachusetts Submission Academy.
Was Nuri Shakur in that room?
He was part of that team, yes.
So John Frankel, was he there?
Yep.
So essentially it's Team Elite.
Correct.
And then you guys, where's the split happen and why?
I really don't know. It's just like we all grew different directions. There was never any bad blood or any animosity. It's just, I went and trained with Mark Delagrati in Boston and Tim Burrell in Providence. And I would bounce around from as many gyms as I could in the area with guys that would be willing to spar, learn from, train with. And that was basically New England.
Okay. And forgive me if I'm prodding a little bit. One day the entire group of guys is working out with Jason Delucia?
No. With Jason, it was just Keith Rockel, myself, and Matt Lee.
Okay.
And that was until about, I would say, 99, 2000.
Okay.
And then in 2000, I moved over to Clinton permanently. And that lasted, I would say, till 2004, 2005.
Keith Rockel, black belt in judo.
Yep. Very
The
good ground game.
I've never spoken to Keith. I've never met him, but what people say about Keith speaks volumes of the type of character
He's a
that he
gentleman. He's a
has.
real good man.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
Yeah.
It gives more than he takes.
He's a good man. He's a very good man.
Oh. Doug Kalindo was also a longtime training partner with you.
I love Doug. Very giving, very kind, very gracious, very generous.
How would you like describe his abilities?
Doug's an intense guy, very good on the ground. I couldn't believe how much older than I was. Doug was the kind of guy, Doug introduced me to the stadium at Harvard. It's a great workout. It's 37 rows. It's monster stairs. My first time there, I could maybe do 13 rows. I got there one time before him. I think I was about 20, maybe 25 rows ahead of him. And Doug beat me.
Wow.
Insane. Just insane.
So what people said about Doug, what they say about Doug behind his back is because there's no record of him competing. It was, yeah, he wasn't a guy that liked to compete on the big stage, but all of the big guys that did real well on the big stage would come work out with him and he would handily beat them.
That's true.
That's
He's a
wild.
monster, man. Very calm. He's a lawyer. You know, he does well in life. I got nothing but good things to say about Doug. Doug is just a really good
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. They were saying, like, no. Like, you don't get it. Like, this guy could have competed with the top 10 in the world and not only held his own, got some wins.
35.
Mm-hmm.
He was maybe close to 50. And this guy could whoop my ass, no problem. And as he's whooping my ass, he's giving me words of encouragement. You're doing good. Keep it up. Keep going.
You're gonna go somewhere, kid. Yeah. One of those.
Yeah, no, but he believed in me, and he went out of his way to help me. He was a very good person to me, and I got nothing but love and respect for him.
You know, that's a reoccurring theme in your life. Like, you've done real well surrounding yourself with good people.
I've been lucky.
Huh. So, July 10th, 1999, it's your first amateur fight. Manny Nez is the promoter.
Mm-hmm.
It's Vale, Tudo, Rhode Island. It's in a boxing ring. How long have you been training prior to that?
This is 99, maybe a year and a half, 2 years.
So you did have a little bit of time. Okay.
Yeah, that whole time was with Jason.
So a guy out of Connecticut, Elias Rivera, is your opponent.
Yep.
What were your thoughts going into that fight? Your first one ever?
I was anxious. Like every other fight, I guess, man. Just the nerves, anxious, waiting for it to happen, trying to stay calm. That's what I remember about that.
Joey, have you ever been to an event where there's lots of bikers in the audience?
I've been to a couple.
What about you?
And I've heard a lot about the ones I wasn't at too.
Yeah, Jorge. Any thoughts on
cool. I thought it was cool. I enjoyed the crowd.
Oh, okay. Look at that. Look at him towing the line like that.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Like anybody that we're talking 99, dude. This is before, this is before his
Those are
You know,
people
just
that
that,
paid for it, everything.
yeah,
It was,
just to have
yeah,
people there was
yeah,
cool. You know, it's like this isn't 2025. This is a long
yeah.
time.
I mean, some would argue in Canada, and I'm not saying here, but the Hells Angels, especially in like British Columbia, like Khalib Starnes was sponsored by the Hells Angels, paid for him to fight. And I'm not saying that this happened at this event, but
No,
there
it
was a
didn't
lot,
happen.
but there was a lot of bikers there. That I do know.
It was a mixed crowd.
And dude, believe, hey, let's call it what it is. That's who was paying for things back then.
Right. Beggars can't be choosers.
No, man, you just understand the business, understand which avenues you're willing to do, and say no to the things you're not willing to do. And that's it. Um, your second amateur fight, which is unbelievable, is October 23rd, 1999. The Maniac, Tim Sylvia.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Dude, how much did you weigh?
I was weighing 200 pounds. I was
Huh.
soaking wet, maybe 205.
And did
So
he have to make 265? This is before the
Nah, he
heavyweight
was weighing
division was
three and a
capped.
quarter. He was weighing 325 for that fight.
Wow. That's criminal by today's standards.
Yeah.
But the thing was, we both fought in that first card. And the guy that he fought, he ended up knocking him out. He was dragged out on a stretcher. And they couldn't find anybody to fight him. And I was thinking to myself, if this is really what I want to do, let me take this hard challenge right away and see where it goes. And that's how I thought about that fight.
That's a giant of a human being.
That's exactly what I was thinking to myself. If I can beat this guy, then I am moving in the right direction.
It was Marcus Davis cornering him?
No, my brother was cornering me.
No, him. Who was cornering Tim?
I have no idea who was in his corner. I would have recognized Marcus. It definitely wasn't Marcus.
Okay. Holy shit. Here.
How'd the fight go down? Was it on the feet the whole time?
No, I was really moving around on my feet when the fight started because I didn't want him to hit me.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he threw a big shot. I got underneath it. I took him down. I ended up mounting him. And I went for the armbar. And no, I was trying to set it up. He threw me off him like it was nothing. He literally was like, "Get off of me." He threw me off. I ended up being on my back, and I spun around to put him in an armbar. And he smacked me a couple of times, hit me pretty hard. And he held me down for a while, hitting me. And I ended up sneaking out the back. I was trying to choke him. I couldn't choke him. I ended up in mount. The fight ended with me striking down on him.
So Joey, imagine the promoter. Wow, Jorge. I mean, I'm not going to pay you for this, but if you win this fight, you're going to be really good, and
Yeah.
you're going to know
You want to
you're
hear something
really
for real?
good. Yeah.
I paid him $25 to fight that fight.
I believe it.
I'm telling you.
You
I
paid
paid him $25 to fight that fight.
You paid $25 to fight Tim
To
Sylvia.
get your hands taped up, or
No, I think it was like for the physical, whatever it was. I ended up paying $25 to fight that fight. Oh shit.
You know, I'm not trying to sound disparaging, but when you make business decisions like that,
yeah,
I'm telling you, this is 1999.
okay, but like you're in a house, like that's a win. Like I would like a business decision like that, and somebody winding up in a house employed later on. You know, those things usually don't go together.
Pull that one off.
Good shit, dude. So from there, you stay with the biker crowd, and you go down to you fight a 4-man tournament.
Yeah.
Joey. So Jorge, you just knocked a giant out. Great job. You're gonna go somewhere. Now, if you fight two guys in the same night for free, you're for sure.
No, he gave me a couple bucks for that night. That night I think I made
I was going to say you didn't have to pay 50 because you fought twice, did you?
It's just like a physical for each fight.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So he fights a 4-man tournament. Joey, what do we say about the journeyman? Like,
and back in the day, you had to check a box.
You got to check
One
those
of those
boxes.
is, did you do a multi-fight tournament in the same day?
Okay. If you didn't do a tournament, I mean, anybody that steps in there, I respect you. But if you're old school, you got to have a tournament on your record. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you got that. You checked that box. What was it like? You got
I fought Rich O'Connor.
Rich O'Connor.
And I fought Matt Santos, who became one of my good training partners.
Santos, he's an interesting guy.
Yeah.
Did he ever go on the mat like with just like a Speedo or almost like nothing at any point?
Nah, not for that fight. That fight, he came in with a tie-dye shirt and like rip shorts.
Oh, like the Brooklyn Brawler? Like
something similar, something like that, yeah.
So you get a decision against Rich O'Connor and you knock out Santos. And dude, a little thing, Matt Santos, black belt under Tim Burrell as well.
Another box.
Which is where, yeah, you got to beat a black belt. That's where you connect with Tim.
No. I connected with Tim in 2006. I got with Tim in 2006, and that was after I was training with Travis Lutter. I fought Travis in 2002,
We'll get there.
I think.
Yeah, we'll get there. So, all right. One of like the cool components, or one of the cool things that when someone's like career is beginning is their first plane ride. It's either here or it's down West Virginia. Your next fight's June 23rd, 2001, Reality Super Fighting. It's in West Virginia. Did you drive 16 hours? Did you take a flight?
They flew me out.
That's huge. Right there. You made it. You made it.
That's one way of looking at it.
So Reality Super Fighting. Here's the thing. That's not Kip Kohler.
That was Jamie Levine.
Okay, so he squatted on his name. It was Jamie Levine was WEF after.
Yes.
So he kind of stole somebody else's name, kind of a little play on it. Kip Kohler's name.
I thought he was calling it WEF back then. I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Okay. You got Brandon Lee Hinkle out of Hammer House, so you get to meet Mark Coleman that night.
Yep.
Holy shit, was he intense then?
Dude, you were hilarious. Wes Sims was there. Mark Coleman was there. Brandon Lee Hinkle, he beat me up bad. You know what I mean? So I'm in the back. I'm walking out. And I think Mark Coleman's in the shower. And I'm trying to say goodbye to him or whatever. He's like, yeah. And they're like, no. They were like, Mark, that's the guy that fought Hank. He comes out butt naked to hug me. It's cool, man. Mark's always been a cool guy with me. I got love and respect for him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's that guy's a legend. Absolute legend. So you're running to Hinkle, you lose, it's your first loss, it's minute 54. How do you digest that?
No, that was a minute 54 into the second round. The second round was 6 minutes long.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it was supposed to be 5-minute rounds, and the first round went to 6 minutes.
Who is Jamie Levine? Okay. Wait. Did Jamie pay you what he said he was going to pay you for this fight?
Yes.
He did.
Yes.
Okay. Did he have his little dog with him to where like whenever he didn't want to answer a question, like, oh, the dog's got to go out, or the dog needs this, or the dog needs that. That was his move later on. I witnessed that a couple times.
According to this card, all the fights were 4-minute rounds, so they really screwed you if they left you in for 6.
Yeah, my corner man, Keith Rockel. Keith Rockel was my corner man, and he was telling me that the round was a minute over.
To Racquel, you're not going to get one by him. Like that guy he's friggin' smart. He's savvy. You know, he's not grimy, but he can certainly like snuff it out. Oh yeah. Racquel's legit, dude. Joey, put that on the list, the short list. We'll get Keith.
Keith? Oh, hell yeah. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, he'd be good. He'd be good. All right. So that's June 23rd, 2001. And you wind up over at Mass Destruction with Kip Kohler and Joe Cuff. That's August 4th, 2001. And Elias Rivera. It's a rematch.
Yeah.
Mass Destruction, one of those kind of staples in that area.
Yep.
Okay, Kirk Jennis is a referee usually. And then you go over to the dog track, an extreme grappling challenge. Anatoly Yaschenko.
Yep.
Right by that. Was Bruce Marshall? Did he have anything to do with this?
I don't remember. He was in the mix.
That's what I thought. Was his like area?
Yeah, like honestly, I don't. It was so long ago. Like I just remember Mario getting me to fights. Mario from Dragon's Lair,
Uh-huh.
and like I don't know, Bruce Marshall was there. I don't remember, man.
Okay.
He may have been
Did you
promoting
ever
them.
fight? Did you ever fight for Bruce?
I don't know.
So Joey, Bruce is the guy when we had Kenny Florian, we talked about like he would give everybody a check and he would run to the 24-hour currency exchange because
Yeah.
it may or may not clear.
Right.
Is that right, Jorge?
My check's always cleared. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You got lucky.
Okay. Anatoly Yaschenko, you beat him with a decision. You go to Toledo, Ohio. That's the one thing, dude. You weren't afraid to be a B-side earlier in your career. You really weren't, man. And it's important. Like, you got to understand, like, you got to acclimate to the areas and kind of understand, no, it's the same thing as it is at home. It's just, it's like a mental thing.
I just like to travel. If you want to be honest with you, I wanted to see. I was
Toledo,
happy that
Ohio?
I could care less. We ended up going to Detroit for that. I think we fought in Detroit for that card.
I thought it says Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah,
Joey?
that was Dave. I can't remember his name. His name was Dave. I fought Brian Hawkins.
Yeah, you
This
got
is
Brian
the
Hawkins? Mhm.
Yeah, Brian Hawkins passed away in a car accident after that.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
yeah, that was Toledo.
Yeah, it's Toledo. And like I've been to Toledo, and granted, this was recent. They have made no amenities or adjustments to that city probably years prior to this fight
Did
moving
you know
forward.
all
It's
this
a
time I thought that was
dump.
Detroit?
I
I thought he
believe
was
it.
fighting in
I
Detroit.
would say you're right. I would say you're right. I mean, there's probably very little difference other than there's a few more people in Toledo, but
Yeah.
they're just equal shitholes. Yeah. I say that with the most respect to all of our listeners in
Of
Toledo.
course.
Yeah, your city's a complete and total piece of shit. Dump. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then you go to extreme grappling, you get Anatoly Yaschenko, which is a rematch, doctor stoppage. Right around here, you start training with Matt Phiney.
I don't remember. I
I don't
don't
remember.
like. I met Matt at a Gold's Gym in Milford, and Matt was he's a young kid. He was into boxing, and we were training with this kid named Bobby Andrews, who was a fighter as well. Bobby fought out of New England, and that's how I met Matt. And then he just started hanging around, and that's how I started.
Yeah, Finney was really well respected within the industry as well. Very talented guy.
Yeah, he understands the game and he knows how to teach it.
Uh, uh, US MMA Ring of Fire, May 18th, 2002. Tom Haffers. Somebody
Yeah.
you're familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe your relationship with him?
It's non-existent.
I heard, dude, George, when I talked to here, like we obviously do. Did anybody call you about, because we were calling people about you? Did anybody talk to you about this? Oh, that's good. I always ask them not to. Yeah, they said that they said I probably shouldn't ask.
Yeah.
Sorry, my fault.
We
All
all
right.
have, our things happen in life.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Well, here, I mean, if I may volley it back towards me, Miguel Arate is the matchmaker.
Yes.
Joey, would you like to describe my relationship with Miguel Arate?
I think that's non-existent.
There we go.
That's why I'm sitting here.
There we go.
Oh, my.
So we all got him. We all got him.
Yeah, dude, both sides, promoter and matchmaker.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, on our close, we'll address exactly what took place between me and Miguel Arate. I got you covered. But
That's worth
first,
sticking around for.
it absolutely is. On to Jorge Rivera. Okay. You got Joe Nye. Joe Nye is from South Shore Sport Fighting instructor. So it's kind of a big fight. You were a ticket seller. A lot of people really liked you a lot. He was a coach at a gym, and you got him in under a minute.
Joe was stepping in on short notice. He was
Okay.
replacing a guy from Pat Miletik's gym, Jason Flynn. For whatever reason, he couldn't make it.
Jason. Oh, really?
Flynn was tough.
Yep.
Oh, dude, props to Joe Nye. That's a hard fight to take. I mean, was it like locker room last minute or?
Well, he might have had like a week.
Okay, that's still, yeah. Fuck that noise. I ain't doing that. Dana White's at your next fight against Travis Lutter. He's there in person.
Yeah.
Travis Lutter is 2-0, a jiu-jitsu phenom, big reputation. Worked out a lot with the Lions Den guys like Guy Metzger and those guys back in the day. How did this fight come about?
He was a hook and shoot champion, and I was trying to collect belts.
So at the time, hook and shoot. So I'm in the Midwest. I'm in Chicago, and yeah, there were. I'm not going to say there were shows all over, but there was quite a few. But the level of fighting and reputation of the hook and shoot brand, as well as belt, it like Chris Lytle, Robbie Lawler, this guy Travis Lutter, like it's.
You had a bunch of guys coming out of there.
Steve Berger, Shoney Carter, like it was as legit as you got. So were you nervous going into it?
I'm nervous for every fight. I'm anxious in every fight. Even up to the last one, I'm anxious. I get to the point where I just want to get it over with.
You stop him at 346. He's, like I said, 2-0 at the time, but a jiu-jitsu phenom. Did you talk to Dana White afterward?
That was 346 into the third round. That was a tough fight.
Yeah.
Yep, 346.
Travis was tough. He had me in a bunch of submissions. I was able to get out of him. I think it was the attrition that wore him out at the end of that fight. And he kept on getting caught with the right hand. So I was able to drop and finish him. Dana was there. That was cool.
Did you ever think about greasing prior to this fight?
No. That doesn't even cross my mind.
Good for you, dude.
No.
A lot of people probably would have with the
Would he
pedigree
hit the
trips.
coconut oil?
Oh, yeah. Bathing in, yeah.
No.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
So Dana White.
You want to be honest with you? I never knew you could do that back then.
You know what the trick is? It's, and I mean, not that I'm sharing any secret between you two, is you bathe the night before in scentless baby oil. And then when you sweat, it comes out. And it's blood and grease. You just took a real hot bath with baby oil the night before.
Yeah.
That's generally what they do in the UFC. Truth be told. Yeah, they do. They actually, that is a current method of operation in today's day and age UFC. All right. Dana White, you impress him, obviously. I did not see the fight. I heard it was just an all-out war. And from there, you wind up in Europe.
Yeah.
Cage Warriors.
Yeah.
How does that come about?
They reached out.
Was it Andy
know. It was Dougie Truman. Dougie Truman was Cage Warriors, and Andy was Cage Rage.
Okay.
So I don't remember how he got a hold of me.
So you get a guy that's here. It's November 30th, 2002. I mean, you're going to Europe.
Yeah, that was fun.
You got a 5-0 Andy Landen. UK isn't really known for their wrestling today. They really weren't at that point. Well, what was your experience like there?
It was my first time there. So the jet lag was horrible. To be even further honest with you, the jet lag there most of the time was horrible. I couldn't get accustomed to it fast enough. I would need more than a week.
More than a week?
I would need more because I would get there on a Monday. I'd be fighting on a Saturday. It's like 4 days. And when I first get there, all I want to do is sleep. So I'm so off. I keep by the time Thursday, Friday come around, you just started to feel normal. And you fight on Saturday. That was tough on me 3 or 4 times.
Dude, even Monday, going out on Monday, that's expensive for a promoter, right? That's like all that hotel, the per diem, you in a
I guess
in a
friendly.
corner. Like
Yeah.
that's not a cheap business expense.
No.
Yeah, you like Japan, even in Pride, sometimes they put you the day before weigh-ins. Like, deal with it. We don't care.
That's tough.
No. Solomon Hutcherson's your next opponent. I saw Solomon's kind of a local guy. I saw him fight several times locally. The guy's tough. He doesn't
Yeah.
look tough, but he's tough.
Yeah. They got a good left hand.
Yeah. Yeah. John Fitch's second or third fight, he was structured from the ring because of Solomon. I mean, it was an illegal knee to the head. But yeah, that was at Hook and Shoot, one of those Hook and Shoot shows.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So Hutcherson,
Aaron Riley. Aaron Riley fought in Hook and Shoot.
Yeah.
I was thinking of his name all this time. I couldn't come to my top of my head. It just did. I apologize.
Mm-hmm. And then future tough member as well. Hutcherson. Yeah. Tough guy, man. Tough guy. You beat him by KO, and then you get to call the UFC. What's that like?
It was exciting.
Who's managing you at this point?
I really don't have a manager.
Do you think that's good or bad?
My goal, I started this just to get there. I didn't see myself hanging around, compete. I didn't see the UFC growing in the way that it grew. I was just happy to get there. That was my goal. My goal wasn't to be like their champion, my goal was just to get there. So once I got there, my goals obviously have to change. So then it was just to see how good I was. I would be willing to fight anyone that they asked me to, just to see where I stood in the pecking order.
All right. What were you doing for side work?
Doing what I do now. I was a construction worker.
Construction? Okay. That really helps with ticket sales. What's construction guys? Well, they're loyal, bro.
Yeah. Well, I used to work for the laborers local up in Massachusetts. So
you're a union guy.
I was a union guy.
Are you still?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I respect that a lot. So Joe Silva calls you that.
Yep.
Does he call somebody else and call you, or does he call you direct?
I honestly don't remember. He may have called me directly. I don't remember.
Damn.
Memory's not that good.
Yeah, David Luiseau was your opponent. David Luiseau is highly touted, TKO champion out of Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we've been trying to.
Yeah, he's coming off a TKO of Mark Weir too. It was a good showing.
Yeah, he knocked him out with his elbows.
Yep,
dude, sick elbows. Like, made a huge statement. Like, holy shit!
Cut my head wide open with him.
You know what though? But you got cracked by him, but like other people fell, you didn't.
Bitch Duran did an unbelievable job stopping the bleeding. I have to give him so much credit for keeping me in that fight. He was able to, and it was a head wound too. So the head bleeds a lot more.
Yeah, it was like on the side. It was right here.
Oh, it was right here. And he did an unbelievable job stopping the bleeding. So wherever you're at, Stitch, bro, nothing but love. Thank you.
Yeah, it was pre-Reebok where Stitch actually took a stand for the fighters.
Yeah. A good dude, man.
Yeah, a man of character. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Absolute man of character. You had Scotty Ream in your corner.
That was later. Scott came into the view.
I thought I recognized him. It wasn't him.
No, for that fight, my corner was Keith Rockel, Doug Kalindo, and my brother.
So Joey, later on Scotty Ream is in his corner. He's now, you know, the cut man in the UFC that's got that Boston Strong on his back.
Yeah.
That's him.
Ah,
Yeah, it's him. Another really well respected guy within the industry. Scotty. Huh. So you're hot. You win a decision against Luiseau. The issue with it is that it's a prelim fight, and they cut.
No, that was the main card.
Man, I'm almost positive. Wait, let me.
No, it was the first cut. It was the first fight on the main card.
Okay. Maybe my mind is failing me, but I bought all of these pay-per-views, and I still I purchase pay-per-views. I'm not kidding you. Look at my ESPN bill. I don't steal. I don't. So I believe that this fight got cut off, and then it went to pay-per-view, and then they didn't talk about it.
No, the Loiseau fight was my first fight. It was the first fight on the main card.
I don't know. Maybe I'm conflating something. Yeah. At that
On
time,
the Franklin fight was a fight where they didn't know where to put us on the card.
It was
and it wasn't until the very last minute that they threw us in before the main event.
Yeah. That sucks for both of you guys. And then you wind up with Lee Murray, who's 7-1-1. He's out of the United Kingdom, obviously. Did you even know who he was at the time?
Yeah.
Prior, you did you see any video?
I knew he trained over at Militex, and whatever videos were out there, I tried to scrounge and see what I could find. But he had a reputation for having heavy hands. And to be very, very honest with you, he had won that fight before I ever stepped in. I was so nervous of getting hit with powerful hands. Yeah, imagine that. I wanted to take the gun out, fight to where I thought he would have the least advantage.
All right, so kind of walk me through this. Luiseau hits you with some monster elbows, and you don't fall.
Listen, this is how the mind works. You know what I mean? You fall into the hype, and I shouldn't have been reading dumb shit. I should just kept my own business and stuck to what I was doing. But I allowed those thoughts to enter my head.
Lee Murray had just knocked out Tito Ortiz on the street, so his reputation was huge at the time.
Yeah.
You know what? I can see how that would cloud your vision.
And then he gets wheeled to the ring in a Hannibal Lecter outfit.
It was creative. I liked it. It was I don't see anything wrong with that.
All right, so you're like in the alleyway, kind of walking out. They usually have you guys kind of next to each other.
I can't see him. He can't see me.
So there's a curtain in between you.
No, I couldn't see him. Period. I have no idea where he's at.
And you usually got, depending on it's usually one hallway this way, one hallway that way, and there's a curtain usually, so you can't see each other.
Yeah, I couldn't see him, so I had no idea how he was walking out.
Wow. And then after it, he cuts a promo on Tito Ortiz that is
yeah.
Oof. Yeah, that's a rough one. Did you ever interact with him afterward?
Yeah, I met him. I met up with him in London.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What did you guys do?
Well, he was at a bar. I was at a bar.
Did you guys go to
went on and have a drink?
You guys didn't go to the Brinks Bank or anything like that together? You went there for that?
No armed robbery?
I missed the invite on that one.
With Scotty Epstein and, no? No. So you're at the bar, you guys are hanging out. How would you describe him?
We weren't hanging out. I was just stopping by, had a drink, and that was it.
Shook hands, that's it, left?
Yep.
Gentleman, did he buy your drink?
I don't remember.
Fuck, dude. Fuck.
He might have had a lot of cash at the time.
Yeah, I mean,
depending on when this was.
Dude, what they say? They say he's fathered a few children since being locked up
from jail.
Yeah, from jail. That's
he's
what they say.
Morocco.
It's a beautiful country, Morocco.
Different world.
Yeah, it's a beautiful country. Yeah, especially if you got money.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a big push to get him out as well
I
because,
think
like,
he's done enough time by now.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Nobody
yeah.
got killed.
Nah, there was, but the person
Really?
that, yeah, there was. There was one. I think there was one person that got killed.
Oh,
And you can argue he was a mastermind or not. I mean, it's not like he spoke to anybody. I mean, you think Lee Murray's going to go, all right, let me lay it out for you?
Yeah.
right.
He ain't doing shit. Come on, bro. He's just saying, fuck it. It is what it is. If you got me, you got me. If not, I ain't saying shit. You know what I mean?
And you got to remember that this is a guy that had died on a hospital table after being stabbed.
Yeah.
This is a different dude.
Did you ever eat mushrooms, Jorge?
Yeah.
Did you ever do the micro or the macro dose?
Go big or don't go at all.
Yeah, bro. Like things are different after that. I can imagine. I have to imagine like you get stabbed in the chest. You kind of act differently afterward. You're either real hesitant or you just don't give a shit. It's one of the two.
I would imagine. I haven't been there yet. I'll let you know.
Joey, have you ever been to an event at an arena where the promoter kind of just absolutely forgot to really tell people or promote it properly?
Sure.
Like 12,000 seat arena with a few hundred people there. Have you ever been to one? I have. I've actually been to 3 of those. Joey, have you?
I've been to events where they were expecting a big showing and it just didn't happen.
Like
Yeah.
Wet and
It's pretty
Wild.
sad.
You were at Wet and Wild,
I
right?
was at Wet and Wild. There's a lot of people there. I was more thinking of the K1 at the Coliseum in LA.
Okay. Oh, like when Brock Lesnar fought?
Yeah. Yeah. They
Yeah, it
sold
was
like
fucking
12,000
empty.
tickets.
Yeah, and it was like a fucking 30,000 seat venue. Okay. MMA
60.
eruption. Joey, pull this card up. Pull this
All
freaking
right.
card up. MMA eruption at the Sangas Arena.
Yeah.
Jorge Rivera. You've got James Gabert. But first, let's talk about Matt Capola. But Matt Capola, the promoter. What was it like dealing with him?
Matt wasn't the promoter for that. That was Tom Haffers was the promoter for that.
So I got Matt Capola and I got Mike Littlefield as the matchmaker.
Not for the Song of Serena. Song of
Well,
Serena.
then Haffers knew better.
Yeah.
How does this get fucked up?
No, he had big dreams. Big dreams. Big dreams.
Okay.
Let's put that.
What was it like dealing with the commissioner, Leticia Adams?
I thought she was cool, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, like from what I remember, she was always cool to me. She was firm, but I don't remember her being a pain in the ass.
So this is the card, Joey, where Carlo Prater is on when we interviewed Carlo like 3 years ago. And he's just like, yeah, the commissioner, she's just yelling, yelling, yelling. And I say under my breath, man, I can't believe she's being such a B. I didn't think she heard me. He's like, she kicked me off the card and suspended me.
God.
Yeah. And like they flew him in from Texas and his opponent, they flew in from somewhere else. So like you got 2 dudes fighting from out of town and she's, all right, you're off the card. Now what?
You'd be suspended for saying bitch?
Yeah. And he may use the C word.
Oh, okay. Well, still. It's freedom of speech. This is America.
So, I mean, it depends on how it's used. I'm from Europe. I'm Australian.
Yeah.
I'm Australian. You're a good
it's not
C.
as offensive.
You're a good C.
It's tough.
So let's talk about the locker room before the fight. You're probably guessing you're not getting paid.
No, I got paid.
Holy shit.
I got paid good for that.
In an empty arena, I'm going to need a pep talk. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah.
Get the promoter. I'm going to need a pep talk. I need to like.
I'll give Tom that. As far as I know, everyone on that card got paid.
Really?
Yeah.
How bad were the ticket sales?
He took a huge hit. He took a monster hit.
Really? Joey. So this is what I was told. Well, I was driving up to the arena. I was right before the first fight started. And like the people with their cones that are, kind of waving like for cars to park. He's like, it was like North Korea. They're guiding no cars, they're all sitting down. He's like, even like the Andy Fran people, and they're just sitting down because there was nothing for them to do.
Wow.
Is that right?
He took a big swing, man. He tried.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Took a huge hit on that.
Dude, you know what, man? It's moments like this where you get the best fights. Like, I hate to say it like that. Like, fuck
That's why
it.
those video cameras are good.
Yeah. So James Gabert is 5-1 out of Serra-Longo. You did not have a padded record.
Thank you.
You really didn't, man. Like, you got a couple guys later on where I'm like, holy fuck, he fought who? But at this point, like, no, you're fighting. Like, you're not saying no. Like, you clearly don't have a manager because you're not saying no.
No, it's not even that, dude. I told you, dude. I just wanted to see where I stood.
That's April 30th, 2004. July 10th, you're back at Cage Rage.
That was 2004?
Yup.
Holy shit.
To me, this is like the golden era of MMA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to have this guy in the Midwest named Big Papa Schnocky. He was a ring announcer. And he was like, he passed. He was just so far ahead of his time. He would like literally just go, are you aware that this is the greatest period in MMA? Like right now, and you're witnessing it, this will never be repeated. And dude, he was right. Yeah. He was right.
He had insight.
You charging your phone?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Are you good? Are you good or no?
We're good. We're good.
Okay. So James Gabert, why don't you walk us through that? Legendary corner on his side, by the way.
Yeah. James was tough. I felt like I dominated the whole fight. I never felt like I was in danger, but he could take a beat. He was tough. He was durable.
So the promoter didn't come to the locker room and assure everybody that everybody's going to get paid. You guys just knew it, huh?
Well, I knew him. I knew him.
So you can see, feel, and touch him if needed. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I wasn't even worried about it. You know what I mean? That was something that even crossed my mind.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, you could say you fought in Songus Arena.
Yeah, that was cool.
So Joey, they said there were the tickets 300.
But you know what happened?
300 tickets.
That's what they said they sold.
That night was the same night that Mickey Ward fought Gotti.
Oh God, that's unfortunate.
So that's what we were competing against. And Mickey Ward is from Lowell in the arena we fought in. Because the Songus Arena is in Lowell.
They didn't fight that fight in New Jersey,
bro. They did, but
yeah.
We were fighting
but the whole town was home watching him.
Yeah, that fight was at the Mohegan Sun. Yes,
that's right. That's right.
Oh, you can't do that.
Didn't work out.
All right, Joey. So we're doing. Look at that card. How sick it is. All right, we're doing this day in MMA. Like we're kind of putting a calendar together. Your fight with Tim Sylvia is coming up in a couple days because it's late October. I think that's going to be our October 23rd. Is October 23rd drop. So in a few days, on this date, Jorge Rivera beats Tim Sylvia as an amateur, and we'll put a nice little write up. We got to do something about this event and it being on the same day as Gotti Ward.
Yeah.
Dude, we got
the card's stacked too.
Dude, it's great. Yeah. Name some of the fights on it, Joey.
Sam Hoger fought on it. Fabio Leopoldo fought on it. Jay Haran, Joe Lauzon
made his MMA debut. That was his MMA debut. Yeah, Lauzon. Maybe that's it.
A lot of
Those
UFC vets.
Yeah. Who's the main event?
He was the main. Jorge was the main event,
Jorge.
but like Marcus Davis is on this card. Yeah,
Haffers,
a lot of names.
Haffers asked me to talk to you. How come you didn't sell more tickets, man? You were the main event, bro.
Yeah.
Go kick rocks, man.
You go back out to Cage Rage, Mark Weir, July 10th, 2004. Weir at the time is 12-4. He's got really hard punches, but he telegraphs.
His punches weren't it's his kick, man. His kicks fly up so fast. He caught me, and I was expecting it. I was expecting that kick, and he still caught me off guard. That's how fast he got that up to my head.
He kind of fights like Nuri Shakur. There's some similarities there.
Probably their build, long and lean. You know?
Yeah, I like Nuri.
Now, Michael Bisping's on this card. Is this your first contact with him?
Yep.
Was there any communication or?
Yep. We were actually cool.
He asked for an autograph. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, we were cool. He was fighting a wrestler.
There was your window, dude. Requested a picture and an autograph.
Nah. Imagine that.
So you guys were cool at the time. He's fighting a wrestler. Joey, who's a wrestler?
It was more
Epstein.
Like
Mark Epstein.
Mark Epstein.
Who is I would tell you this about Mark Epstein. One, he's listened to a few of our shows and he has absolutely refused to come on here because of the questions we might have for him. And I'm not saying he was involved with Lee Murray during the bank heist, but he was Lee Murray's best friend. That's all I'm saying. And Lee Murray did very few things without consulting him and talking to him. They were best friends.
Yeah, I might not want to come on here either.
The fuck?
I don't know.
George Jorge's about to hang up. All right.
I know nothing about these things.
Oh. So you beat Mark Weir, you knock him out, and then Rich Franklin, UFC 50, October 22nd, 2004. Rich is 16-1. And you said it's a swing bout.
Yep.
Oof, those suck.
Yep.
What was your thoughts going into it?
I didn't have any thoughts. I just wanted to fight. At that time, it was Rich and I, and it was Robbie Lawler and Evan Tanner.
Mm-hmm.
And it was understood that the winners would fight the winners for the belt. Something like that.
Yeah. And some would argue both upsets. Like Robbie Lawler lost, and obviously you fell on the wrong side. Franklin's tough. Franklin's got real good kickboxing.
Yep.
It was Franklin's first time at middleweight too.
Yeah.
So he's coming down. He's a big guy.
He was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you nervous going into it or?
Same as every fight. The one thing I will say, Rich came in weighing like 2 pounds over on that fight. And they were like, hey, if you take the fight, we'll make it up to you. We'll do it. Okay, no problem. We go into the fight, I'm weighing like 202. Rich is weighing 217. He was huge.
What's make it up to you mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Throw you a bone, help you out. I don't know. It's pretty vague.
So what you're saying is that the possibility of him still doing you this favor it's in play.
Yeah.
It's in play. Yeah, that's good. That's good. No purse? You guys negotiate a purse? Not.
No, the purse is already agreed on before that.
Yeah, but I mean, she got a percentage.
No, that was never agreed to.
Nah, dude. Listen, man, Jorge. This is where you need a manager.
Yeah. Hindsight is 2020.
Yeah.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, would have been great.
Yeah, someone's got to be the bad guy in this instance. You just go, I don't know. I just got to listen to my manager. Alex Reid is your next opponent. You're back out in England. They really liked you out there, huh?
Yeah, they took good care of me too. I like both of those guys. Those guys were really good. They were gentlemen to me.
It seemed like a giant party at those events.
After,
During.
can't speak on that. I never did that.
Wow, I mean, you were fighting, dude. Like, all you
Yeah.
gotta do is watch them. Like, if you watch the events, like on Fight Pass, it's like you'll have Ian the Machine Freeman, like real straight,
looking amped up.
yeah, like real serious, and then like that Andy Gear is like climbing on him like he's a jungle gym, and he's like eyes are coming out of his head, and he's rubbing his nose, and he can't like put like a lot of like good sentences together.
I don't know anything about
karate
that.
combat.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch it, dude. Man, we're phenomenal. Like if you guys got a YouTube channel, the in between breaks of Cage Rage. Oh my God, it's like a coke fueled party, and I can say this from the United States. They're from Europe. They're not going
I
to
don't know
sue
anything
me.
about these things.
I'm telling you, I know what dude. I'm from the South Side, bro. I know what a coke party looks like.
Allegedly.
I'll have to take your word on it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they're eating ecstasy. They're rolling. Dude, I know what that is. Anyway, Andy Reid, you knock him out in 46 seconds.
Yep.
Ooh, that must suck. You
That was
sell
fun.
all those tickets. Your home people were bringing this guy in. Ooh, don't even last a minute. And Reid is tough. Reid is legit. He's legit. You want to open up on that?
It was quick work.
What'd you knock him out with?
I had him in the clinch. I threw a knee. I might have thrown an elbow.
Everything landed.
Yeah, I had him looking down, and I just threw it over the top. I remember pulling on his neck, and when he pulled his head back, I threw the right hand.
Yeah. Yeah. So was there any like teammate on the card as well, or?
No, that was like a day or two before my birthday, my 33rd. So I remember just winning the fight and flying out to Amsterdam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Or you maintained your sobriety.
absolutely.
Joey, they liked this guy so much. The Cage Rage guys, they liked this guy so much. Like they loved him. They loved him so much. On April 30th, 2005, they give him Anderson Silva. That's how much they cared about
Too
George.
much, some would say. They loved you too much.
And if that's what I would argue.
But I wanted that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anderson's 14-3. This was one of his breaks away from shoot box. He started the Killer Bees Muay Thai College. That was the name of his gym. Short-lived. This was kind of like the beginning of him becoming a legend.
He was already there.
Yeah.
He was already there. Like we used to watch him in Pride and him knocking out Carlos Newton, and there was word that, he was giving everybody in the gym tough sparring sessions. It was well known he could fight.
Did you have kind of like a case of the Lee Murrays going into this?
No,
like,
not at all.
No?
Not at all. I learned that lesson. I wasn't going to allow that to happen to me again.
How would you describe the fight?
I got my ass beat. I got beat up. He controlled the distance. He controlled every part of the fight. He was landing good shots. I hit him with a couple good shots, a couple good kicks, but it was dominant.
Where would you put like his powers compared to some of your other opponents?
Up there with the highest. He's a lot stronger than what he looks, and he knows how to use his leverage very well. He's a smart dude.
Yeah.
That's a fight.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a high IQ. Like he really does. Like when Lutter had him mounted and then like gassed out in the UFC, like it just kind of told you, like, yeah, you can get there, but you're not gonna have anything left once you you think you're about to cross that finish line. That's when
Yeah,
you're
he's got a
done.
very good ground game. I mean, you look at his fight with Son, and Son was dominating for 5 rounds, and he still finishes him. You know, the only way he could have won that fight was to finish him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. It's a hard plane ride home. But dude, you fought Anderson Silva. Like, that's an incredible honor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing to kind of look back on. It's like you shared their cage with a legend, absolute legend.
Yep.
World Fight League, you're at August 6, 2005, Club Lido. You've got the promoter Mario Ramos and Zach Tesler.
Yep.
What was your relationship like with those two?
They used to own the Dragon's Lair. I would stop in every once in a while, train there. And they would offer me fights, pay me, bring people in. And that was that gig.
Dr. Lenny Waice. He was the doctor that night, right?
Dude.
All right. So, Joey, this is the guy that when we asked Florian about the hernia checks because he was very excessive. Like, see,
He was very thorough.
He's very thorough.
Nah. Kenny, I don't know what. Maybe he liked you, Kenny. Anybody fumbling my nuts more than they should, trust me, I'm going to let him know. And I won't forget that guy.
Politely? Would you let him know politely, or would you
I'm
be
going to let him
very...
know. I'm going to let him know.
Like,
I'm not going to be polite about it.
They'll be hanging out down there? What do you mean? So, all right, this is how I found out about this guy. So, I've been taking notes since like early 2000s in regards like little tidbits here and there. So I speak fluent Spanish and I can usually pick up on Portuguese a little bit. So there's a guy from the American top team, Carlos Diaz. I'm putting names out there. I don't give a fuck. Carlos Diaz is his name. That's my guy. Still works for Abu Dhabi. Love Carlos Diaz. So Carlos one day tells me that they had guys fighting in like the Boston area. And one of the guys that didn't speak English, he only spoke Portuguese, was like arguing with the doctor, and the doctor insisted on like checking him for a hernia, but it was a cornerman. It wasn't the fighter. And
suspect.
yeah. So Dr. Lenny Waice got his ass. And what we said, like, hey, dude, I mean, it happens. I mean, we don't think any less of you. I mean, get a little therapy, get on some, prescription medication. Yeah, everything's going to be all right.
Oh, shit.
What kind of doctors do you think the sport's going to attract at this era?
I like the ones that like they pretend to put the glove on and then they take it off.
Hand the rocks the cradle.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So welcome to the show, Jorge. I'm really glad that you're here with us.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So Joey, George that night caught a blessing because his opponent was making his debut, Danny Vega. Yeah. There's no way this had to be like a last minute, oh shit, we got to recoup these ticket sales.
A rare gimme.
Yeah, this might be somebody fighting under a fake name. George?
I have no idea, dude. He showed up. No problem.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a promoter, former promoter. I'm not above it. Like, this is me telling you, this is me speaking from experience. This is I'm not above that.
I'm there to get paid.
Right. And the promoter needs to make sure those ticket sales stay in the building.
That's it.
And he was nice. He arm triangled him. He didn't head kick him.
You know what I mean? This is before.
You know what's crazy about that fight? I had him choked out. The guy's snoring as I'm choking him. I let him go. I'm looking at the referee like he's out. The referee's like, no, he's not. His eyes are open. I'm like, dude, he's snoring. You know what I mean? I had his eyes wide open, but he was out snoring. And they had to shake him and wake him up. Yeah. But if I had kept that on for a little bit longer, that could have been he could have been in trouble.
Yeah, you don't want that. No. This is pre-sanctioning too. You know, there's no insurance at these events.
Yeah.
You go out to Cage Rage, you fight another Brazilian black belt, Marcelo Azevedo.
Yeah.
Joey, let's just say you're from the jungle of Brazil, proud countrymen, and then you get submitted by a dude from the United States. Ooh.
By a guy known for his Muay Thai. Yeah.
Ooh.
I ended up beating him. I didn't get to submit him. I ended up. Nah, the thing was, he went really hard the first round. He went heel hooks, back, guillotine. He had almost every submission thrown at me. So the first round was legit me just defending him. He was tough. Second round was a little bit more me getting into it. And about halfway through the second round, they were using the pride rules, where if the guy's on his back, you can stomp on him. So he was on his back. I just jumped over his guard and stepped on his face. I did it to him twice.
Oof.
Yeah, and after that, it was one way the other way.
Joey, feel like fight gear companies that were kind of in abundance, where you were just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Right around this,
belt's making money, so everybody wants to get in the game. Yeah,
it's gotta be. I remember there's a Calypso fight where that I think sponsored Eve Edwards real early on, or Din Thomas, one of those, which was fucking ridiculous. George had this amazing shirt from Streetwise. In fact, it was like a whole Jorge Rivera line.
really.
Dude, I wish I would have bought one.
Shit. There was a time and place for everything.
So like, and listen, dude, like I'd say this to your face. Unfortunately, this is through Zoom. Like I would take whatever punishment that you would bestow upon me. So here in Chicago at this time, Streetwise was like a homeless newspaper. So it was like they would give homeless people like these stacks of Streetwise. So when they would kind of hammer you for money, they at least gave you like something. Right. And man, it was one of the ugliest shirts I've ever seen in my life, dude.
I wasn't involved in the design.
Not worse than the Affliction shirts, was it?
No, Joey, you're talking like it was the chainmail, like kind of like a hand drawn with like Streetwise. Like it was like my 3-year-old who you guys met before recording. Yeah. Like you tell my 3-year-old to draw a snake, and it was like that kind of type. It was just, dude, it wasn't good. It
was all the rage out here, dude.
Everybody had them. Everybody true. I remember True Fickett.
Don't be knocking it, man. It was all the rage out here. It was fashion statements.
Drew Fickett was busting his balls with it at one point.
Get out of here.
When do you hook up with Ranger Up?
2009.
Okay. It's interesting. So Ranger Up is it's Tim Kennedy's fight gear. It's him and Nick Palmisciano. So you knew Tim Kennedy from where?
I met Tim through Nick.
How did you know Nick?
Nick wanted to sponsor me because I was ex-Army veteran.
No shit. I actually did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
How long did you serve?
2.5.
Good for you. So Ranger Up Clothing, and I'd say they did a lot for you. Like they helped you troll. Some of those videos, have you watched some of those videos recently?
No.
They're brilliant. They're still funny. They're still funny. Like I'm
shit.
You know, like you can see him kind of a dick. I'm telling you, those videos still funny. Like I was laughing audibly watching some of them.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Would have been big on TikTok if it was around back then.
Yeah.
Things have changed a lot.
Did you get along with Tim?
Yep.
Did you ever train with him?
Yep. Tim took me out to New Mexico for a week, like 10 days to train over at Jackson.
How'd it go?
It was good. Very good. Tim was very kind to me and giving.
I mean, weighing in on a topic I have nothing to do with. Listen, I know shit happens. I'm former law enforcement. I retired. I know sometimes people embellish a little bit. I don't give a fuck. The guy served, went to war, killed people, could have been killed for us. I don't give a you know what I mean? Like, dude, Tim Kennedy's all right with that, man. That's
Tim's
my
good with
feeling
me.
on it. Yeah, he's good with me too. Like, I don't stick my nose in that shit.
Amen.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, those videos that you put out, like the issue that you had was it's like you had a team of writers and anybody that you were keying on, they couldn't keep up. Like it wasn't like they were fucked. They were fucked.
If you only knew.
Will we agree with that? Can we agree on that?
Oh yeah, Nick is a very smart and witty man. And that's not somebody I want to be combating with.
Humor. No. No, because the shit that you guys were doing was like not real politically correct. But it was like so unpolitically correct where it was like, do something about it. We don't give a shit. And it's still funny. Like it's like 20 years later and it's still fucking funny.
Yeah. If you ever watch some of this stuff for the veterans, their movies, they're funny people, man. He's a funny dude.
Yeah. I respect him a lot. Speaking of respect, UFC 55 Dennis Hallman, October 7, 2005. Your opponent is 40-10-2.
Yep.
Hallman's a fucking savage.
Yeah.
Underappreciated, underrated, and incredibly dangerous.
Yep. Almost caught me with the knee bar with like 20 seconds left.
Mm-hmm. Matt Hume prodigy. They say Matt used to dog everybody except Dennis was his favorite. And because Dennis could learn something and pull it off as if he'd known it for a long time. Like he had just that memory that, very few.
Some guys have that gift, man.
We'll do one more. We've had you for about an hour 15, and I appreciate it. And
got it, brother.
I apologize for taking it as okay. Chris Lieben, January 16, 2007. This was a hard one.
Yep.
How would you describe that fight?
We were trading. I got him good. He got me back. He dropped me. He landed like 2 or 3 punches, and they pulled him off. That's the fight. This one, I don't know. Chris is a real tough dude, man. He won a lot of fights after that. A lot of tough guys. A lot of fights that I didn't think he was going to win.
Yeah.
I take my hat off to him. He's legit.
Yeah, he is. And he hits like deceivingly hard.
And he could take an unbelievable punch.
Yeah. You trained with Dustin Rhodes over at Crossroads Jiu-Jitsu for a little bit too.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite training partners for a couple of years. Like, I would go to the gym just to seek him out. And we would roll for like hours.
This is Dusty Rhodes kid?
Dustin Rhodes. He's got a gym up in Connecticut.
Yeah, Dustin Rhodes. Yeah, I was given some notes about you. I know your UFC career, even after this, is bonkers. Like it's still bonkers. Like you got, what happened with Sakara, with you training with a broken hand, and then him getting sick, and
that fight was just never meant to happen.
Yeah, I was told that you were flipping out in Germany. I think it was Germany, right? Is that where was that?
To be honest with you, I was like actually feeling bad for the guy. Because you could tell he was really, really sick. He was still there trying to make the fight. I wanted just to get the friggin' win bonus. Like I'm just thinking about getting paid. I showed up. Like, let me get something.
Joey, this is right around the time that CeeLo Green song, that FU song,
Yeah,
was real popular.
that was huge in Dusseldorf.
Yeah, I heard that was a big part of your recovery from not fighting that night. Is that true?
I don't remember. Yeah.
Damn. That's good shit, dude. Joey, do you know who his most feared opponent, I think, was? His next one, Tim Williams.
Tim Williams. No.
Tim Williams would have beat the shit out of you if he had a training camp.
No.
Oh,
No.
God.
Yeah, Tim
Oh,
Williams
and
would have
14,
beat.
Tim Williams.
Yeah, Tim Williams would have fucked you up.
I think Tim was a guy that I fought just to get back in the UFC. I just wanted to fucking
Get a win.
Tim,
just get a win, get me back in.
You fought Tim Williams to get back in the UFC. Tim Williams fought for $200 to take his old lady out.
I cannot confirm or deny these allegations.
He was only 0-8 at the time. He wasn't 0-14.
They built them though.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. You got the Ultimate Fighter after that. Nah, dude, you got a cool career, man. Like, and it's just like, I mean, this is just a small part of it. Like, even after this, like with Edwin Deweese, Terry Martin, Kendall Grove, did that Kendall Grove, both you guys are coming off losses. Like, that's the hardest fight to take when you know one of you guys is getting cut.
Dude, I had a broken jaw. I was coming off a broken jaw. I didn't fight for a year. When I fought Terry Martin broke my jaw in 2 places.
So I'm from Chicago. Joey, Terry Martin, who'll never come on this show. Terry Martin he's GD. He's got the bullet wounds. He's got the prison tattoos, and he hits like he has an ungodly amount of power.
He does
in his punches.
He does.
And he went over the top on you on a lead punch.
He caught me in his forehead because I threw a horrible kick. He caught the kick, hit me in the forehead. I was already out. When I was on the ground, he hit me like 3 or 4 more times in the jaw. Everything was legit. Hit me 3 or 4 more times in the jaw, breaking my jaw.
Kendall Grove's coming off a loss. It was kind of like, man, someone might get cut here. Like, that's a real hard fight to take.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I felt I lose this fight. This is over.
Yeah, I mean, it was writings on the wall.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's got 2 or 3 wins in a row where he can afford a loss. Right. Neither of you guys could afford it. It was going to be both of your best camp.
I trained hard for that fight.
Yeah.
I was in good shape.
Yeah, Kendall Grove, De La Grate's in your corner. You were holding up an Autism Speaks shirt. You just recently opened up a school in Milford, Massachusetts. You were with Tim Burrell, City Dong, and US MMA at the time. And you also trained with Marcus Davis.
Oh, Marcus trained over at City Town with us.
Okay. I would have loved to see those sparring sessions.
I'll give Mark that. He had some great guys in there. I mean, there were some times in there, Mark had some good guys in there. He had a bunch of guys coming in from the Ultimate Fighter. I remember training with Forrest and Stephan Bonner, Kenny, a bunch of guys. I mean, a bunch of guys were there.
Yeah. Yeah, so you also kind of went over to Team Link on occasion.
I went there a few times, trained with Gabriel and Marco. They were cool.
Anyway, Jorge, you're a legend of the sport. Your career is so abnormal.
Appreciate the time, man. Appreciate the compliments. Thank you.
I hope we didn't wear you down.
Don't worry about it. I'm going to make it.
Absolute pleasure. Honestly, Jorge, like, you're one of the guys that paved the way for everybody else, or a lot of other people. And I truly respect you a lot, man. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you guys very much.
Of course. Man, we caught him after a long day of work.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Yeah, but he stuck around.
Yeah.
He hung tough.
Yeah.
I trained with a bunch of the Signatong guys in LA, so I watched his career with my buddies. So we paid a little extra attention to all of his fights. So he had a hell of a career.
Yeah.
And I mean, he goes out on a TKO victory in the octagon. A lot of guys will go out on a win, but it'll be like they take a king of the cage fight so they can go out on a win. He went out on the big show.
And he also committed the cardinal sin, letting people know this is his last fight.
Yeah.
Like the UFC, oh,
Well, then we're going to give you a killer.
We'll have an extra ambulance ready in the bay for you.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they did. I mean, try to do it to Lytle. Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, if you're on your way out, we're gonna build up a younger opponent by feeding you to somebody we think can take you out. That's just the way the sport goes.
And hurt your marketability afterward if you leave here. Yeah,
right.
On top of that, like just that's some evil shit.
It is, but that's the game, man.
That's some evil shit, dude. That's some evil shit. Listen, I'm a huge UFC fan. That's some evil shit.
I agree.
All right, let's sit around a boardroom. Let's get Frankie Edgar stretchered out. Let's get Brad Pickett stretchered out. You know, let's.
Yeah, like we know it's Anderson Silva's last fight, so we're gonna feed him to, you know, who's his last fight. He got knocked out, but it was a young killer. We're gonna give him to a young killer.
Was it Weidman? Weidman was his last fight.
No, it wasn't Weidman. It was God.
Look it up.
A striker. I don't know.
Either way. All right. So you know the Triangle Jake, the guy that's harassing us on Instagram with corrections, of which I know on one occasion he Googled one of the answers rather than like actually knowing the answer, like the Tony Frickland. Oh, it's Anthony Frickland. No. I don't give a shit what it said underneath his picture. It's Tony Frickland. All right. His first UFC, they called him Anthony. It's Tony. You know it's Tony. You just got caught. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things. So, Joey, we have another Apple, I think an Apple review, a 5-star review. And do you know the rules when somebody does 5 stars, Joey?
I think they get a sticker. No, we'll read it. We'll read it. We'll read whatever they say.
No matter what you say, if it's 5 stars, we're going to read it. Even if it's insult, we don't care.
Okay, here's the 5-star review. Trying to figure out what's up with Miguel. The end of the Brian McLaughlin interview had me scratching my head. Also, I love the show. Now, where's the Harold Howard episode? Harold Howard, if you're listening, buddy, we need to get you on here.
Yeah.
This is where the healing begins.
I think Harold Howard, we'll start there. I think it would be an interview filled with gibberish of a person that is like of somewhere else.
We've done those before.
Nam fan. Like I'm not going to drop that interview. Like, man, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. And, you know, I buckled in and I hung in there. All right, let's talk about Miguel. Let's talk about like mechanics of an interview. And I will answer this, but let me just kind of lay it out. So there's really only 2 ways to talk with people on this medium. And it's either a conversation, a free-flowing conversation where it's just a cool hangout, or there's an interview where you've got set things that you want to talk about in a set order, in a fashion. And if things unfold in a certain way, conversations can take place, but the interview always kind of intersects.
Right.
So in the podcast world, there's very few people that do actual interviews, and also interviews. It takes your personal feelings away. Like Joey, like you really experienced that during Hermes Franca, right?
Yes. Yeah. 100%. We were there to do a job. We couldn't let his outside stuff
activities
interfere.
No. And in this right here allows you and I to, or even if we're a little rattled, or even if something's like a little unsettling, this right here is our guide. And what it does is we're MMA historians, and it documents really well.
Right.
Can we agree?
Yeah.
Even when we make mistakes, the person we're talking to corrects it. Right.
Of course.
In the rare occasion, there's somebody in the comment section that corrects it, of which we don't hide it. We don't erase it. We don't dodge it. If we
Right.
make mistakes, dude, not only do we own it, it's corrected.
Yeah.
Like that's the goal here.
We're here to record the truth.
Yeah.
Yes.
From their side. And if there's lying or something like that, dude, that's on them. And that's on you to call them out. This is
Right.
an interview. Now, can we
We're gonna let Bart Vale tell it through his words.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, Ken Shamrock got knocked out. Do you know what I'm saying? And we did
Yeah.
like 50 clips highlighting that.
Yeah.
Even though Joey and I are both like,
okay,
yeah, he knocked him out, Joey.
yeah,
You know, like it is what it is. So in an interview, there's one lead interviewer that keeps the track. And then there's a side guy like Joey that keeps things on course, adds layers to it. Like, let's just say I ask a question, the guy answers, Joey waits for me to ask, waits for the guy to answer, and then Joey comes in on a third angle, and we get a completely just a different view or a different angle of it. But if I were to ask a question and then Joey were to go, no, what about this?
yeah,
And it'd be like, well, what the fuck? You know, we're both competing to ask the first question here. And that's what was going on with Miguel. So in terms of mechanics, I did tons of research and I put a lot of time into it, where Miguel was brilliant with his understanding of MMA, but he was a conversation guy that had issues with me being the lead. In fact, if you listen to some of the old interviews, you'll see me real quick out the gun. And it's because I'm competing with a guy with a conversation that doesn't care to read a roadmap or want to read a roadmap and to get ahead of the roadmap. And that's not an interview at that point.
right.
So, like, in terms of the chemistry, one, I've known a guy since like 2001. We had a phenomenal relationship. It was mostly one way, me taking care of Miguel, whether it's helping him. I help that guy in more ways I care to talk about or admit. And I'm sure he's not going to fight too much on that side. As to what happened, Gabe Rudiger was an interview that I would suggest everybody listen to. I don't listen to our old interviews, but like if I look at the notes of it, but the only time I'll listen is if I go for specific times. But Gabe Rudiger, as I was explaining, I'm given a question. He's constantly cutting me off. He's constantly cutting. He did not like my style of interviewing. He told me numerous times he doesn't like it. And that's okay. Like it's not for me. Look at our audience. It's not for everybody.
Right.
Mark Coleman, I think Mark Coleman was our last interview, even though we played an interview after Mark that he and I did, but Coleman was our last interview. So essentially what took place was there was a live, like Miguel wanted to do lives where it was free form. He didn't want like bullet points, notes, wouldn't give me, like, I'd say, hey dude, I got to do a little bit of research. You know, I got work today. Like I can't do this in an hour. We can do it tomorrow, but I'm going to clear my schedule and I'm really going to get some like notes down to kind of for conversational pushes. Like if you, I mean, Joey, when you look at our notes, there's no questions. There's conversational pushes and kind of bullet points to where the questions come naturally, but it's because we take from the historical notes that we're looking at, right?
Right.
How often do you get notes for the show?
Every show.
Every show. How often do you look at them?
I look at them every show. Do I know them the way you do? Absolutely not.
No,
but I do look at them every. Yes, yeah. I go through them before the show,
and then like you see the flow and you understand, and then you'll call me up going, "Hey, dude, what about this right here? What about that right there? Yeah, get that in." And we make little asterisks notes. Like this is like what the way we go at this is if we were actually getting paid to do this.
Right. Yeah, my wife's mentioned that.
No. Like the copious amounts of time that you spent that you're not getting paid for? Is that the subject?
I keep telling her we're getting paid on the back end.
Oh,
We're pay,
it's kind of like
we're reinvesting in the brand right now, honey.
it's like Rich Franklin with Jorge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you bone. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, take care of you on the back end.
On the back end. So in essence, what takes place is we've got Dennis Hallman, who we should probably have back on and kind of redo his career like in the same format that we do now, break it up rather than do a complete total. And it was Aaron Riley. So I'm in the same condominium as when we shot that live. And my bedroom is about 20 steps from here. And I could be in bed. So I log off from here. And before I get to my bedroom, I'm getting a phone call from a guy. I'm gonna name names. A guy named Mike Crane.
You're really telling the story.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So the guy put a 5-star review. So I get a phone call from a guy named Mike Crane, who's phenomenal source of information. You'll see him on our trivia questions, nailing every single one of them. In fact, he had a trivia thread on a defunct website where I stole a lot. I haven't used them yet, but I've got a lot of his trivia questions that are so brilliant, and I will be crediting him when I use his trivia questions.
It's only fair.
For sure. Absolute brilliant mind in the sport. So I'm getting phone calls from him, and my wife's giving me the stink eye. So I'm like, fuck it, dude. I got to go to bed. Love Mike Crane. But me picking up the phone after fucking 2 hours of doing an interview, dude, pick and choose your battles. Mike, sorry, buddy. You're going to voicemail. Yeah. So in the meantime, during the interview, it flopped because I carried it and I wasn't allowed to research. And it wasn't that good. And Miguel was distracted. I don't know what he was doing, but he wasn't in the interview. He was anywhere except in the interview. And when I checked my 30 voicemails from Mike Crane in the morning, and because he's from California, he and I have never met. What kind of an emergency could he have?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, our channel, the entire channel had been erased. All of it. Gone.
Every interview done.
Every interview we've ever done, erased.
Jesus.
And what happened is, like when you see our first 100 some odd videos, there's very few videos in existence. Like not YouTube, Spotify is the best place to see our complete catalog.
Right.
Because we picked some
audio.
Well, no, because we picked some stuff off Rumble that we had put up, and we made the complete video collection on Spotify to where we've got a lot of missing videos from YouTube on Spotify.
Okay. So
the entire channel is erased. And when I call Miguel up in the morning, I'm like, man, come on, this is just tell me what happened. What's up? It was lots of fast talking. Lots of excuses, like lots of, and I'm like, whoa, just give me the finish line. Like, I don't get. Listen, he clearly had been up all night. Just give me the finish line. We got to redo the channel. I can pull stuff from like Apple and then put it back on YouTube, but the channel's erased. We're never getting it back. And I said, okay. And I'm reading text messages at the same time. And Mike Crane said that your channel's been deleted for pornography and violating YouTube's terms of service. And
pornography will do that. Yeah.
And terminated for it, completely terminated from it. So at the time, Miguel handled Zoom, so I didn't have the password.
Mhm.
Handled like all of our media, and I just said, well, Miguel, why don't you hand that over to me? And I'm not a tech guy. Like
Right.
I mean, to pretend otherwise would be disingenuous and stupid.
Right.
So I'm not a tech guy. And I needed a couple days to kind of really digest what took place. And then in the meantime, like the questions I have open-ended answers. And they're being said in a way to where I'm 50 years old right now, and I'd say probably my mid-teens in regards to like understanding finish lines and kind of connecting dots that I'm not supposed to really know because people haven't really talked about it in front of me, but like I've kind of pieced things together. I'd say right around my mid-teens is when that really, like, I knew I was ahead of my friends.
Right.
Like I would try to explain things to my friends and they would just be like, huh? And it made total sense to me, like how we
Right.
were duped or how somebody got over on us. It's kind of like a criminal mindset, but you
Right.
make good choices. It's like, no, I can think like a criminal and I understand that criminal mindset and I know how to beat you, but ethically, I'm
Right.
not allowing myself to be a complete and total shitbag. So the verbiage that Miguel was using was something that I had dealt with a lot at the jail when I was working there. And it rang hollow, and I had problems with some of the things he said in terms of explanation.
Right.
So I didn't want to, I mean, this is kind of like how I handle situations. Like when I know I got you, when I know I got you, I sit back and I don't go right away. Like that's kind of when I sit back and I just wait and just see how you play your hand.
Right.
Like especially when I know like here it comes. No,
Yeah.
no, no, no. I wait. I wait. That's the one thing that my father taught me is like when you start up here really close, the only thing you can do is back up. But when you start back here, the bat that you swing, it gets you more and more distance. Like you
Right.
don't step close to the plate, you get a nice little distance from it, and then you step into the ball when it presents itself. So Chris Lytle, we had a three-way phone conversation. And prior to that three-way phone conversation, I told Lytle my thoughts and I told him my beliefs and my assumptions in regards to what kind of pornography that may
Mm.
have been watched. And unlike me, Chris is like, okay, well, let's just call him. And Chris is just like, so obviously we're not working out. Like
Yeah.
he didn't like I was hoping like, man, sit back, Chris. Let me just
Yeah.
let me be the rat trap here. Let me crack it.
Right.
So needless to say, we each went each other's ways. The people that deal with me and deal with Miguel, I when they asked, I let them know this story. But I also made a police report in order to protect myself.
Yeah.
So like there's certain lines that I'll talk to you, but I won't do business with you.
Right.
I'll interview you, but I'm not your friend. I'll ask you questions and record them, but you and I are not getting into bed together anymore. In fact, quite the opposite.
Right.
When the conversation's over, you're going your way and I'm going my way. And if it's up to me, we will never speak again.
Right.
So, like, the hard part was this is a guy that's been in my life since 2001, 2000, 2000, 2001. And he was like a giant oak tree in my life. And granted, we had our issues, we had our problems, but he could always rely on me, no matter like what he wants to say. There wasn't a single time I ever said no to him, or let him down, or fell short, including the times where he never asked. And I knew how to come forward for him and through for him without him asking. And I did that with such consistency that he flew me all over the world, whether it was with Bodog, whether it was with CR fights, whether it was handing me Abu Dhabi or hooking me up with the Abu Dhabi Jiu-Jitsu Pro. So like Miguel's a plug. The guy's a plug dude. Like he's plugged. And to pretend otherwise it's not true. Like he was incredibly influential on my career and where I'm at today. He allowed me to make contacts, and he fronted for me with people that normally would trust somebody else or maybe look elsewhere. He would ply me on them, also well knowing that I was going to be loyal to him.
Right.
Like when he lost Bodog, I remember when he lost Bodog, I said, Miguel, this is the time you kind of figure out who your real friends are.
Right.
Like when Joe Wooster and those guys, when that whole Derek Minner situation with gambling went down, like the fake fight, the bullshit allegation that they had to deal with. Their last show on Fight Pass, I was their play-by-play guy. And I told Joe, hey man, this is rough. You're getting hit from every direction. But the one really, really good thing that you got to kind of sit back and understand, you finally get to see who your friends are.
Not always a comfortable lesson to learn, but a valuable one.
But a valuable one. And you can find solace in that.
Yeah.
And when Miguel got fired from Bodog, from drugs, alcohol, and his own friends turning on him and doing really shitty things, people that like he got them jobs there that fucked him over. I always was a friend. Like, and there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And the one thing that I would tell him to his face is, Miguel, I haven't abandoned you. And my reasoning is twofold. One, you've always been good to me. So I can't not be good to you. Right. But two, to pretend like you're not going to pop up somewhere else is ridiculous. Like you're going to pop up somewhere else. And I want to be your first phone call. So like there is a self-serving need on my end, but two, but number three, most importantly, I'm a loyal guy. And like, if you're good to me, I try to be better to you. Like that's it. Especially when it comes with no strings attached. Nah, dude, like now it's my turn to show you maybe what you did, the depth that you didn't realize when I worked for you. But now that you've got nothing, now it's my turn to show you how much I care.
Right.
So Miguel was doing a different podcast with a guy named Chad Wagner, who I like. He and we butted heads in the past. I think it was just more competing for venues, attention, or in terms of like traveling with the show and stuff like that. But Chad's a real hard worker. Cut some corners. So do I. Yeah. Chad's a good dude. So Miguel was doing a podcast with Chad, and I was thinking, fuck, dude, like I kind of want to do this history thing. And like, in terms of historical people, like kind of going to actual events, like out of everybody I knew, Miguel was number one. And it took me a while to bring him over to the podcast, truth be told. Like it took a while to do it. And I got the idea. I was messing around with this podcast, and I was just kind of trying to figure out my way. And I did DMT.
Yeah.
After 25 years of sobriety, I did DMT, and it told me that I should scrap everything else and only concentrate on history because it's what I'm good at.
Right.
Like, I'm not kidding. DMT told me to do that. And when it tells you to do those types of things,
You don't argue.
No. It also told me, dude, you've been on the job for this long. You can retire there, but you don't have to. Like, you don't have to retire there. Do you want to be there? And I'm like, man, I'm all PTSD'd out. I don't fucking want to be there. Week later, I waited for my retirement date to come.
Yeah.
Waited a week after. Didn't even tell anybody. Like, fuck it. I'm out of here.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, when I'm told things to do things, I don't question it. I just do it, and, but no, I did a police report. Like, I'm like, I don't know what this was. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I got an email from him. You're not going to be able to find it. Like, I can read, I still got the email. You're not going to be able to find it. Everything's erased, blah, 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 blah. And it was like, either he's like a drug high right now, or he hasn't slept thinking I'm trying to get him, of which I didn't want to see it.
Right.
I didn't want to know. Like, I was kind of afraid to know.
Right.
Like, I've seen that before, believe it or not. Like, that type of, when I'm assuming it was.
Yeah.
So, like, back in, like, maybe I was on the police department, call it 2006. If you were to make a comment on Facebook, sometimes, like, the way the algorithm worked is it would show up in, like, your friends' feeds.
Yeah.
So I'm scrolling through, and I think I saw something that was really weird. Like, what? And I see, like, a couple of my friends, you sick effing bastard, you, blah, blah, blah. And it was like all caps. And I scroll up, like, wait, what? I scroll back up and see the video. Bro, for 3 days, it fucked me up. I remember, like, my wife that passed away. I remember sitting next to her, not even, like, almost inconsolable. Like, I can't believe what I just saw on Facebook.
Someone you knew posted that on accident?
No, posted, I'm going to kill you, in the comments.
Yeah.
And it was to, like, this guy.
Yeah.
Whoever this person was that was doing it. And
that's
like,
crazy.
it would, yeah. And it was like on my feed.
Yeah.
So I have seen that stuff. And dude,
you don't want to see it again.
It changes your wiring, and you kind of go like caveman. Like, fuck laws. No. Laws are to protect these types of individuals.
Right.
These types of individuals need to be dealt with, like, very sternly, and, like, right now.
Separated from the population.
Right.
Or eliminated.
So it's like, no. This justice system, all this does is it kind of delays.
Right.
It's making us soft. This is supposed to be handled now, not tomorrow, not a couple years. No. Now. So no, that stuff, it affects me. Like, it affects me. And I'm not sure that's what it was.
Yeah, I hope it wasn't.
I hope it wasn't. But his explanation.
I remember the explanation, and it definitely was suspicious. Yes.
Like, the explanation was just kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
And, if Miguel wants to come forward and give his side, that's okay. But I'm going to read my police report with his explanation on it. Like, it's in the summary. Yeah. Like, I went to the police department. I had it all down. This is what he said. This is what I said. There's a complete summary, as well as logins and things of that nature that I would have provided them. But based on where he's living, they pretty much said, yeah, there's nothing we can do with this. And I said, okay, I want this piece of paper for my own mental well-being and my own mental health.
He's living out of the country?
Yeah. And, and my thought is, well, what happens if it's true?
Yeah.
Does that mean I got to erase everything? We recorded some pretty pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, you had some great interviews.
You know, and it's like I don't want to erase that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's selfish. I don't care. You know, I'm not erasing Stephan Bonner. He's gone. I'm not erasing Paul
Yeah.
Varlins. He's gone.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not doing it. I'm not erasing those. So
Yeah, those interviews didn't commit a crime, for Christ's sakes. You got
no,
to
no. I mean, some of our
preserve that
guests
for
have.
history.
Yeah, some of our guests have, but but like
Yeah.
I said, like it's a weird line. We had Hermes Franca on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and to be honest with you, like our audience was incredibly understanding in regards to it.
For the most part, yeah.
I thought we were going to get shelled.
Yeah.
I thought we were. And it kind of speaks volumes of the people that like we attract to this. You know, it's like they're our audience. I mean, it's like, oh, they're fit. No. We're all history guys.
Yeah.
We're all sticking together. We're all history guys.
Yeah, you wouldn't be here otherwise.
No.
The audience would.
No. You know, it's like this is not for your casual. This isn't even for your hardcore fan. This is for like the mentally ill person that watches a sport, right? Can we agree?
That cares about the origins of it and the evolution of it. Yes.
No. And what episode did you come in on?
168, I think it was Savant Young. I hooked you up with Larry Landless, but I didn't sit in on that one. I sat in on Savant Young was the first one. I think it was 168, 160 something. But yeah, it's been like 3 years.
Is that fucking nuts, dude?
It is crazy. It is crazy. On my wife's birthday, I took her to see a fortune teller, and my wife made me get my fortune told. And the fortune teller told me that I was going to come into an opportunity to help people tell their stories. 3 months later, I was doing this. Didn't see it coming.
Are you serious?
I swear to God. You could ask my wife because I'd never do that kind of stuff. But it was her birthday. All right, I'll do a 30-minute thing. And yeah, they said I was going to be helping people tell their stories. And at the time, I was getting vetted for like an ambassador job for people with my heart condition. And I thought, oh, I'm going to be a part of that organization. Nope. I'm going to talk to MMA fighters. Way cooler.
That's pretty badass, dude.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's not as cool as DMT, but I'll take it.
No, I got some left.
Same.
You want? Yeah. You know what else told me? Don't come back here. It literally told me.
I've heard that from people before.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and I won't go back.
Like you got what you needed. Don't come back.
That's it.
Or if you're going back too often, they'll tell you stop doing that.
Yeah. No,
you need to be out there.
Here, dude. This is what I did. Do you ever have one of those friends that's like a really bad influence? Like if you were children, like there's no fucking way your parents allow you hanging out with them.
Oh yeah.
But then like when you get older and you're both mature and you're like, fuck, dude, we're not supposed to hang out with each other, but fuck, man, you're a lot of fun. Yeah. So there's a guy in Green Bay. His name's Dale Bennett. He's got a couple MMA fights. I've gone fishing with him a few times. I foraged for mushrooms with him. Dude, phenomenal human being. That's just, I really admire him a lot. So he makes like epoxy tables, like legit, like pieces of art, like beautiful pieces of art. So he goes, dude, it was during COVID. He goes, dude, I gotta drive this table to like I don't know, maybe South Carolina, North Carolina. He's like, I need somebody to drive with me. So I told my lady, you know, it's before we had our kid. Fuck it, I'm going with Dale. Dale needs help. That's my guy.
Yeah.
You know, taught me how to make DMT, taught me how to grow mushrooms. I'm
good
going
friend.
That's good. That's my guy. I gotta go with him. So on the way there, we stopped at Serpent Mount in Ohio. Are you familiar with it?
No.
So it's like one of those, the Indians, it's sacred Indian ground, but the Indians say, well, yeah, but we didn't make it. We found it. So there's like these rock formations that if you were to go dump truck to dump truck, it's like 200 miles of dump trucks filled with rock is what you would need to make. And the mouth of the snake coincides with the summer solstice.
Huh.
So I go, Dale, bring the DMT. We're going to go to some sacred land where they partied, and we're going to fucking blast off, dude. So it was like 2 a.m, and I was in the mouth of the snake, and it takes like 3 hits to get to like blast you off. And the snake was a female, and it wrapped itself around me and planted 3 eggs inside of me. And the snake said, you need to incubate these. But if you come back here, we can take them back.
Crazy.
And I did go back once with mushrooms, and it felt like one was taken from me. And I don't know. I guess it's another story for another time. But if I were to suggest anybody we're going to partake in kind of going to other dimensions or kind of like self-discovery, sacred Indian ground is probably where I would recommend you go, because they come visit you afterward, and they give you information.
Huh.
Yeah. They give you information, dude. And it comes, and the information's never wrong. They haven't come for me in a while, but I have a feeling it's coming soon.
BKFC's going to Coachella. There's got to be some sacred Indian ground out there.
I got you covered.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll blast you off.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half from my house. Let's do it.
This is just fucking. I'll just crash with me. Dude, yeah. Fucking Andrew Mendoza, like, dude, like,
yeah.
I because like whenever somebody comes and visits me, I always try to get like a double bed in the room.
Yeah,
you know, always like take care of their tickets.
They're always out of them.
Dude, I'm not kidding. Well, Andrew slept on the couch, thank God. But yes, yes. It's like, this isn't my move. Okay.
Right.
You're going to sleep on that side of the bed. I'm going to sleep on
a couch. I slept in a firehouse for 17 years. I can do a couch.
I know I'm 50. We're not in college age, but you know, if you can save a couple $100 on me, I don't, it's still a couple $100.
Yeah.
Go spend it doing something else. So no, it's not my move, but unfortunately I've slept with many men in the same bed. As strange as that might sound.
It does sound strange, but I've been there.
So that is my story with Miguel. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's sad when a friendship that was that long lasting, hits the rocks. Yeah, terminated. Yeah. That is sad. However, I have reaped the benefit of it. So I have mixed feelings, I would say, because I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm on this show.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to fight you for the lead. Like I told Andrew Mendoza, I'm not Tony Soprano. I'm Silvio Dante. I'm fine being number 2.
No, but it's a good mix.
Yeah.
You can't tell me it's we can relax. We can, like, Jorge was dead tired.
Yeah, he was.
Like, dead tired. And out of respect to Mike Brown, he came in here. Like, probably didn't want to do it. I think we can agree on that. And did I talk a little too much in the interview? Yeah. But he was dead tired.
Yeah, it was.
And we got some laughs out of him.
Yeah, we definitely got some laughs. I'm glad we did it. He had a good career.
Yeah. Episode 300.
Around the corner.
So I'm going to need you. It's fucked up. So essentially what's happening is we got Raffaele Torre. Like, if you're listening this long, dude, it's,
you
deserve it. You deserve it. So we got Raffaele Torre from jail. Here's the issue. I can't record his volume through video. I get my volume. I don't get his. Even like when I screen record it, like if I screen record it, there's a couple settings in the iPhone where you go, no. You also want to catch that volume. Like, so if I'll watch a YouTube video and talk during the YouTube video, you can hear both like really, really well on the recording. But when he calls from his secured line, it doesn't allow it. So we're going to try tomorrow, like on Zoom with a shared screen. Message settings. I'm going to play with it on a shared screen on Zoom.
If you're listening this long and you're a tech guy and you got a suggestion, give us a call.
And if that works, I'm patching you in. I'm 100% patching you in. But if it doesn't work, what we're doing is I've got like 40 minutes of video that we've already shot. I'm going to have the visual and I'm going to record the interview over the phone.
Yeah. And if I can't jump in on the interview, you just send it to me as soon as it's done. I'll listen to it and then we'll do the wrap up together.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they said you don't want to cost him his phone privileges.
Here's also the issues. Three-way phone calls are strictly forbidden. Right. And if you do a three-way phone call, you can lose your phone privileges.
Yeah.
So,
but if I listen to the interview, I can help you out with the wrap up afterwards.
Yeah. And then like I've already got an agreement with Gerald Strebent, Chris Brennan, and Eddie Millis.
Yeah.
Where we can talk about Tory and what this is kind of like where I look at it too. One, he's still fighting his case. In my personal belief, he got fucked. I'm not saying whether he did it or he didn't.
Did he get fucked or did she just get off clean?
Oh my God, dude. I think he had some game spent on it. I think like if you really, really look at it, even his accelerated sentencing due to the fact like he normally would have gotten like 18 to 25 years, but because there was like a money contingent involved, it was like a money beneficiary to the murder, it's automatic life in jail. But here's the issue. He didn't benefit. She did.
Right. Yeah, he wasn't on the policy. That'd be weird.
He wasn't on a policy. And like I would never say this to him on the phone because like it's what I'm saying is probably true. But like I've seen this a couple times, like in person.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, wait a minute. Something's going on here. I'm not saying she paid for his attorney. But if somebody else were to say it, I'd believe it.
Right. That would make sense. That would track.
But I would never say it because that would be irresponsible and wrong. But if somebody just came up to me and said, hey, would you believe this? I would say, yes, I do.
You wouldn't say they're full of shit. Yeah.
No. I would say, aha. Maybe some of those objections weren't said on purpose.
Right. Yeah. They laid back.
I mean, dude, I'm not saying
it'll be a great episode. You've been wanting this one for a long time.
So here's the thing. So this is what we're gonna do, just so everybody understands. He's really got multiple episodes, but only 3 parts.
Yeah.
The rise, the tell-all, and the fall.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna do the rise.
I'm sure he'd love to share that part of it.
Yes. We're just going to do the rise because like right now online, everything is just kind of like, oh, he was a fraud. He was this, he was that, he was this. Okay. But dude, you don't get that high without inflating and kind of like he was a kingmaker.
Yeah. He made himself a big deal.
He did. And
the prince invited him to Abu Dhabi. He didn't invite me.
Dude, he was on the payroll for Sheikh Taknoon.
Yeah.
That's how.
Not a lot of guys can say that.
No, that's how important he was to the sport of mixed martial arts, especially like in the era where it was dying and like it needed to be kept alive. So like he and I have an understanding, and I'm not a liar. And I'm gonna honor it. because we haven't
Right.
done the interview yet. Well, here, let me phrase that. We've done the first half of the interview 4 times, but I haven't been able to record it.
Yeah.
But here, fake fight, we're going to talk about it. Abu Dhabi, we're going to talk about it. You know, issues with Eddie Bravo, we're going to talk about it. Kumite in the woods, we're going to talk about it.
Nice.
Do you do what I mean? So there's meat there,
Right.
but murder,
Yeah, that's off the table.
We're not going to talk about it. His living situation, because like if he criticizes the place he's at, dude, I don't wish it on anybody. We're not going to talk about that.
Right.
It was just racial issues within the jail. We're not talking about any of that. We're not going to talk about any of that. You know, and like if we can take him out of there mentally for just a little bit, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. If he wants to address that stuff, he can. But like I've explained to him, rise, tell all, fall. I just want to do the rise. That's it.
Right.
I've got enough questions. I think I got about 90 minutes of questions, which is that's enough. So worst case scenario, I record a phone call, I put the visual on. You're gonna have to preface it saying it's not gonna match up. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's like is what it is.
Looking forward to it.
So Joey, I think we spent an hour on a wrap up.
Yeah, we did. All right, man. Good to see you.
You're good, brother. Take care, man.